Welcome, my friends, to Theros, a land of might and magic, where gods walk across the night sky and their champions battle monsters and each other alike in an ever-shifting mythic world. The caprice of the gods, the destiny of heroes, great journeys into monster-infested wilds, and mythic odysseys to the edge of the world and beyond. Our story, however, begins in the small town of Siras, the only settlement upon the tiny island of Kefalis. Kefalis is a small island off the coast of the mainland Theros. The best way it can be described is a fairly backwoods rural island of predominantly farm folk. The island is known for producing Kalamata olives, a specialty type of olive that is sought all over Theros, as well as a whole host of other crops. Upon this island, in the small town of Siras, we find ourselves drifting through the doors of a small inn known simply as the Prancing Clam. Now, can I get everybody to just roll me a straight d20?
I
16.
Okay, 16.
15.
What was that, Teddy?
13.
Okay.
7.
14.
I'm coming up with a good old-fashioned 9.
So 17 was the highest?
So yeah.
Okay. Well then. Amalia. You
Yeah.
come to, after your long night of rest, in a slightly lumpy, not super comfortable, slightly dingy inn. And you crick your neck, and if I could ask you to describe what the audience might see.
I see my bag on the floor, and I look up, and the sky, like the windows are clear, so there's light coming in.
If you'd like to describe your character.
Oh, right. My bad. So, my paws are sweaty.
Because she has paws. Got it.
I'm a lion, so you know.
Not just any lion. A regal humanoid lioness with a metallic helm made out of interlocking spiked scales that form a makeshift metal mane, breastplates and cladding chains that form a bodicum of cuirass, metallic armor, golden fur, a truly regal humanoid lioness. As she puts on her armor, you find yourself, Amalia, quite hungry.
So I guess I take my things and head out the door to go find something to eat.
All right. You remember the owner promised that there would be breakfast served in the morning, and sure enough, as you head down, you see a smattering of different folks already in the process of quietly amongst themselves munching away at the at different tables. You spot a few different figures. A woman with silver hair that seems to float ever so slightly. A blue-skinned human male in very strange clothing. A satyr off on the corner by herself. A red-headed woman. And a woman who seems to be a hybrid of man and fish. Who would you like to... Where do you sit?
Is there a table I can sit by myself?
There is a table you can... Actually, there doesn't appear to be at this time. Sorry. There does not appear to be this time.
I guess I'll go with the half human, half fish.
Okay. As you sit down, this fish person that you've never seen before, you don't recognize, looks up. Eslin, if you'd like to introduce your character. Eslin?
I'm here.
Okay. So, if you'd like to introduce your character, a humanoid lioness has sat at your table.
Alrighty. So you are sat next to a blue-skinned Triton with amberish eyes and long black hair, and yeah, reasonably heavy armorish. Hi.
Amalia, the fish person, seems to have spoken to you, has said hi.
Is this seat taken? Can I sit down?
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, please.
Pulls out the chair, sits in the chair. Thank you.
What are you? I don't think I've seen any person quite like you before.
Do you mean what race I am? Is that what you're asking me?
Yes, is that an insensitive question? I'm sorry, I'm not from around here.
Oh, I'm not from around here either. I'm a Leone. From the place.
What are you trying to do, babe?
Sorry, my thing. My mic stopped working, so I was trying to fix it.
No, it's fine.
Sorry, I'm not one for talking. Can I just enjoy my food now?
Oh, yes, of course. Do you mind if I get your name?
It's Amalia. And yours is?
Oh, I am Eslin. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You too. Looks down at my plate and starts eating.
And you tuck in. As you start eating ganassi, you look over and you're like, okay, I've been in this country less than 12 hours and this is already insane. There is a humanoid lion and there is a fish person. I gotta know more. Your curiosity is piqued. And as you guys, Amalia and Eslin, are sat there quietly eating away, you are approached by this seemingly human figure with blue skin and hair that seems to sway of its own accord without breeze. Ganassi, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Ganassi, as described, with pale blue skin and almost snowy white hair that indeed does seem to breathe its own breath of life, even when this stuffy inn doesn't seem to have much in the way of open windows to let the air in, is wearing clothes that don't quite fit in with the surrounding environment. Seems to be set up much more for a desert environment. A white robe with various gold adornments upon it, and a peculiar artifact, something that looks like a pot or similar, hanging by a belt loop by his side. As he approaches the group, he slows for a moment before gently knocking on the table. I don't mean to intrude, but I must ask, are you natives to this land?
Not specific. Well, definitely not land per se.
Quite,
No.
quite. But I mean this region.
Not at all. I might be able to find somebody that makes a nice cheese, though, if that helps.
My question was more of confusion. I am also new to this land. Has been quite some time since I've travelled as far as I have, and it caught me by surprise that this quaint little tavern in the middle of it feels like nowhere, but maybe that's just this land, that it would be so populated with strange and peculiar. Do you go by people?
I am a person, yes.
Ah, wow. It's a pleasure
I,
to meet you.
Me.
I am a Triton. We are a proud people that defend the seas. It's I've never been asked if I'm a person before. This is
This is a
new.
very peculiar breakfast I've ever had in my life.
Triton. Although the name doesn't ring a bell to me, but I'm sure I will learn more of you and your people. Apologies, I asked because I was unsure. And you, lion person?
Yes, lion person would be correct. This
Oh,
is by far the peculiarest breakfast I've ever had in my life. I'm sorry, what's your name?
oh, I don't have a name per se, but you can call me by the race of which I am. I am part genie, but you may know me as a Ganassi.
Genasi. I'll keep that in mind.
Both of you make a history check.
Hoofed.
12.
Ooh, 15.
Alright, Eslin, you have heard the term genie a couple times. You've heard certain more elder members of the Triton city from whence you came talk of the Theros War. The invaders that came across the Adriatic Sea in their enormous ships with gods, these strange gods from faraway lands at their backs, beings comprised of the elements that are able to conjure materials out of nothing. These strange beings that these invaders called their gods, these Hesiod invaders called their gods, were the genies.
So, if it's not too personal a question, what element are you?
I would invite you to take a wild guess. As you see me in my attire, my hair blows of its own accord. I speak softly and gently.
As do I. Air would be an educated guess.
Wow, you are indeed an educated Triton. What was
I'm
your
not-
name again?
Oh, my name is Eslin.
Eslin. Good.
Good. Okay.
It's at this point that the rest of the establishment that's currently eating their breakfast you guys realize is looking at you guys, fascinated by this most peculiar conversation. Ganassi, you see the silver-haired woman is eyeing you up and down with both confusion and a certain amount of, did you honestly just ask those questions? Some amount of incredulousness. Teddy, if you'd like to introduce your character as you now have the attention of the very strange person you've been looking at with a strange look.
Am I approaching them or am I just...
It's up to you. He's realized that you've been staring at him, so it's your call.
Okay, so the silver-haired woman you see, she's half human, half, you don't know, something mythical, something magical. She has long, silvery white hair, which is braided into some sort of a crown looking hairstyle. She wears white, flowing dresses and coverings, and she has all types of like ornaments and little brooches and stuff like that. She approaches the table. She says, "To me, I was not eavesdropping, but this is my establishment of work, and I could not help but overhearing. You could be a bit nicer. I mean, you have two lovely ladies sitting in front of you. Show some respect."
I'm sorry, was it me you were talking to?
I am addressing you, so
Ah, lovely. I didn't catch your name, silver-haired woman, but I do have a way of being blunt with my conversation. I hope it isn't taken as an outright insult. I am curious, as you might well be, of strangers you have not seen yourself.
I've made a name of myself in this town.
And that name is?
IMP, as I said.
Well, I haven't heard of your name yet, but as I say, I am new to these lands. Maybe I will hear more of you in the future.
If you stay in this establishment,
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. You broke up a little bit. Blame it on the sea winds. What was that again?
said, if you stay in this establishment, you might hear my voice a bit more often.
Noted. And the Ganassi that's been speaking to everyone kind of glides away briefly before picking up his breakfast, steaming more just like the breads and the rolls, not too extravagant, and places it down on the table by the ladies that he has been talking to before sitting himself down.
Aslin's gonna lean in and sort of like enjoy the light breeze around you.
Amalia's just gonna look at you and sort of move her plate slightly to the right.
It's at this point, Phoebe, you pluck up the courage to approach the cat person that you have to wonder maybe that you've been wondering for ages, is she like you, but you've been too afraid to ask. And Amalia, you see walking over to you a red-headed woman dressed in clothes of vibrant greens and earthy browns. A beautifully intricate crystal hanging from her hip. Moon, if you'd like to introduce your character.
Think you're muted, bud.
Alright, stand by for technical difficulties. You okay, Moon?
I had my headphones muted, but not my Discord.
All right, lesson learned. Yes, Moon, if you'd like to introduce your character as you walk up to this person who you
You'll
wonder if you
see-
share a kinship with. Sorry, go on.
You'll see the redheaded lady who was sitting around earlier in the bar approach. She kind of cautiously approaches, kind of glancing between the members of the group occasionally, and she kind of tilts her head slightly as she looks towards the cat-like individual, as she's going to kind of speak up a little. Um, are you touched by Nelia as well? Miss?
Yes. Can I help you?
Would you happen to be touched by the nature goddess? You're you I you remind me of myself kind of, as
In what way?
she's going to kind of pull at her hair slightly and give off the brief flash of this almost cat-like tuft of hair from the top of her ears in a small triangle.
I tilt my head slightly and look up. Would you care to sit down?
Thank you. As she's going to very quietly sit down at the table and kind of watch the group, listening in.
What did you say your name was?
My name is Phoebe.
Amalia. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. I haven't really seen anyone around who, well, is blessed by Nilia.
I don't really follow the nature gods.
Oh,
As a
sorry.
fighter, I tend to fall for the death gods more often.
How peculiar. You talk of gods as if they are concepts rather than things. Very peculiar.
Well, where I come from, we never follow the gods. It's only recently that I have chosen the path to believe in the gods.
I mean,
The gods are real. Have you heard of Thassa before?
Have you met Ted?
Have you met Thassa?
Be right back. I'm homebrewing the Mormon cleric subclass. Hello, hello.
God.
I mean,
Anywho,
the-
well, funnily enough, it's at this point that this slightly awkward conversation is just bulldozed by the sound of the satyr getting up with an enthusiastic grin saying, "Hey guys!" Loki, if you'd like to introduce your character.
All right. Well, the first thing you see is that one, I am indeed a satyr. I stand about 5'3", and I have reddish hair, beautiful curling horns that come up around my ears. They are, oh, excuse me, they are pointed. Uh, that is not the right thing. Um, I have a lute on my hip, another pan flute strapped to my belt. I have several different flasks of various varieties and sizes dangling from my other hip. I have like this almost pleated, almost grass-like skirt that lets me move along a bit with a gray, almost not precisely a tube top blouse, but it shows off my muscular arms, and I look like I can take a tussle or two. Um, And just go up and be like, "Hello, my name's Tifa Fix. I come from Keefelis, and I'm here at the Branton Roaster to see if any of y'all want to come back home to my hometown and have some fun. It
All
is
right, you've locked that accent in. There's no going back now.
I have. So, you know.
Oh, I am so excited.
I'm sorry. I sort of need to head home myself, so I probably won't be able to come with you this time, but maybe next time.
Maybe it's on the way. Where is your home?
Vashiros?
Beshiros. Would
It
I have heard of
isn't.
that?
Make a history check.
History
Oh,
check.
we're using physical dice.
Is a 0. Great.
You have no idea.
No, there's 3 total, but yeah, the modifier is a 0.
Oh, right. I thought it was like. I thought you got like a natural 1 and it was -1 or something.
No, but it was almost just as bad.
You have never heard of Vashiros in your life.
It's sort of in like the center of the Siren Sea.
Siren Sea. Can't say
You've
I've
heard-
ever heard of that.
You've heard of the Siren Sea.
Can't say I've ever heard of that.
Okay. Make a deception check.
God damn it. Deception. Ooh, that's a +2. What do I
Okay.
have?
For a total of
10.
what's your passive insight, Eslin?
13.
You get the sinking suspicion you're being fucked with right now.
Oh, I did not like this.
But I would love to hear all about it. I'm quite sure you have plenty of stories.
Yes, have you heard of Thassa?
I have not, but I'm sure she is a lovely woman.
She is a god.
Oh, God. Really?
Yes, she is a very tall, very beautiful merperson, and she has dominion over the sea.
Fantastic. Have you heard of Dionysus?
I have, I believe.
Himeros.
Oh, shoot. Himeros. Sorry. I gotta change that.
I may have.
Roll a religion check.
Oh,
Actually, no religion check isn't necessary. You've heard of Himeros. He is the god of wine and joy.
okay.
And yes, out of character, he is an allegory to Dionysus.
Okay. Oh, very interesting. Are you an acolyte of his or a
I
representative of his
am
religion?
indeed. And I was hoping I could buy you all around. Just to ease the tensions, because I got a feeling that y'all are not the talkative type.
Now
And-
that was a very nice offer. I will indeed take some of whatever drink it is you are offering.
Wait, whatever drink do you want?
The barkeep raises his voice and said, "We have mead and we have wine. Where the fuck do you think you are? Meletis?"
Alright, so your options are mead or wine. What would you like?
I'll have a wine, thank you.
At 9 in the morning. Fucking foreigners. And
It is a little hard for me to decide. Could I try both?
The barkeep looks at you, Tifafix.
Yeah, sure. If you want both, give them both.
Alright, that's... we'll call it 7 silver pieces for everything. Wait, no, I can't do reverse math.
And what about you two ladies? What y'all like? As I look over to the Leonin and the redheaded one.
All right.
I can't say I've had either of those before. Sorry.
Well, now's the time to try it. I promise it will be the best experience of your life.
Right, that's 2 silver pieces and 6 copper pieces.
Done. And I'm just gonna shove a gold over it.
That's very generous of you.
Well,
And
I don't know
Josh.
if the party keeps started, but nonetheless, we can keep a tab going.
Sure enough. Very well. Tell you what. He claps his hands, and one of his assistants brings out a jug of wine and a tankard of mead.
This is too much. Are you sure this is okay?
Oh, it's fine. Cause trust me, y'all really need a fucking drink. Y'all are like the most uptight people I've ever seen in my life. Y'all's conversations. Whoo-wee! I have been looking from afar, and y'all are just. Y'all need a drink. Trust me on this.
I mean, I'd say I'm more open than the Fishers the other day.
Oh, I'm sure you are, honey, but nonetheless, drink
Fishers?
up.
As in the fishermen nearby?
Sure.
Oh, I found them very opening and very welcoming. From the Sea Spider or from somewhere else?
Well, I landed on the docks the other day, and no one would take the boat I was offering them, even though it was sinking to the bottom of the bay.
Well, that's probably why they didn't take it then.
That
mean-
doesn't seem like a very fair offer, surely.
It's still free wood.
No, not really.
Well, if you're
Much
gonna
more
get
trouble
a
than it's worth.
boat, you're gonna want a boat that doesn't sink. You're gonna want a boat that floats. That's probably why they didn't take it.
You are very
And of
wise.
course, all that wood is waterlogged as well.
Welcome to level 2.
I just want to enjoy my breakfast. Can you not stop talking, please?
Here,
Oh,
this will help you. And I just slide over a mug of ale.
There is no ale.
No, mead.
Yeah.
A mug of mead.
Take a sniff of it and then go, no thank you, slide it back over.
Well, waste not, want not, I shall. Thank you so much.
Hey, I know that saying. And Phoebe's gonna go to take a drink before it even gets to her mouth. She's going to kind of start coughing and push it away. No, thank you. That's too strong.
Well, a bunch of wet blankets, or I guess would be dry blankets if we have around here.
Eslin necks her wine.
Now
Sure.
you a lot.
The Ganassi finishes his and looks over to the remaining jug, and after a very short cursory glance, refills his stein.
Perfect. Nothing but a bit of wine and mead to get those loose lips talking. So, do y'all have any particular goals in mind?
Kills?
Goals.
Oh. I'm supposed to meet someone tonight.
Nice.
I mean, you could come along if you want, I suppose. It's not exactly a... If he's like anything like his friends that I was sent after, he's not a particularly friendly individual.
Now, I don't know about that, but if you need some muscle to back you up, I'm for hire.
I mean, I've never hired anyone before.
The principle is fairly straightforward. All you need to do is provide some remuneration for this fellow, and they will do as you ask. It's quite an equitable transaction.
Can I just say, you know that optical illusion of the stairs that always seem to be going down?
Mm-hmm.
Loki has the excellent equivalent of that. It's like unquantifiable. I love it.
I'll settle on an accent eventually.
It sort of reminds me
Please
of
don't. I love
Ceres
this.
Victoria's accent in the dub.
Yes, yes.
I'm a Cockney, I'm uncultured.
I'm half expecting to get a big polo and call yourself the Hitcher.
Oh.
God.
Look, I'm certain like some Scottish and some Southern and some like Australian is seeping in
I
there
am the
too.
little bit of Christopher Walken.
There's also a tiny bit of Jester in there as well. It's pretty
Yes.
interesting.
Some remains of Valdon as well.
Oh, Valdorn, R.I.P. the Tree Queen.
I feel like every word the accent changes from like southern to like Cockney to like something else.
Right? It's amazing.
It's a good cadence. It's a good cadence of difference.
It's all cadences at once.
I'm not.
It's like ran a Rosetta Stone through a wood chipper.
Look, I will say it is very hard to do.
Just don't hurt yourself, all right?
Sounds
Anywho,
Queen.
I don't know if I can keep this
I-
shit up.
just whatever takes your fancy.
I mean, I could. If you'll take it, I could pay the 7 copper out of the spirit to anything you loot off the first thief's body.
7 carpet. How in the world have you survived this far?
Well, let's see. I lived in the forest for most of my life. I hunted down some people killing animals for luxury items. I took their slightly old boat. I arrived in the docks. I fell asleep. I woke up and I met you.
Fascinating life story that is right there. Most fascinating in all anyways. So it seems you need a bit of corn to your name. Anyone else's dirt poor as this one?
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, you were trying to get money from me by allowing me to pay you for helping me talk to someone.
Oh yeah, but that's because I'll get paid for my services.
I'm not dirt poor, but I could possibly help out if you need.
Tell you what, I'll pay you 2 gold to help me.
There's a sound of pouring as Ganassi pours himself a third and final stein of the mead.
Roll a Constitution saving throw if you drink that third stein.
I will.
That one.
You a lot.
That is an 11 plus 3 for a total of 14.
You're fine. It's not the strongest stuff ever made.
It's like sweet water.
Oh, very much so. And trust me, it just gets better from here.
Well, I would hope so. I wasn't being generous with my description.
Alright. Well, y'all have been lovely people, but I'm gonna go get some more mead, and I'm just gonna head over to the bar.
All right. You sally up to the bar. The barkeep, the stockier man with the short, neatly kept beard, looks up at you. Can I help you with anything?
Right. Well, I have a few things that I want to get done, and I'm just trying to figure out the lay of the land, so it is. I just kind of got here myself, and I am thinking about.
May I just say I loved you in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels?
Well, thank you, appreciate it.
All right, I had my fun. What were you saying, sorry?
I just have to say I have no idea what he's talking about it, but I will totally fucking take credit. But yeah, so I just want to know what's around this area. What's on this island? I know that there's Calamita olives, but that's about it I'll know of this place.
We grow all sorts of things. Barley. Well, I heard you talking about one of your friends talking about cheese as well. Are you looking to start a restaurant? I don't understand.
No, not in particular. I was trying to figure out what's around other than, the Prince and Oyster.
Around this shithole? Not much.
Right.
There's the statue of Heliod at the top of the hills, if that interests you. Are you looking for work?
Kind of.
There's a statue of Ifara down by the docks. You find a bounty board there.
Right.
Is that what you meant?
Yeah, that's something that's a little bit more in my wheelhouse.
I don't know how much you know about the towns and the police around Theros, but a rough rule of thumb, if there's work for a sellsword, it'll be on the posted statue, and they're usually statues of Ifara.
Thank you kindly. Appreciate it. How much hmm, have you heard of any fighting pits around here for entertainment?
Fighting pits.
Hmm.
We barely have a water well. Like I said, this is a shithole. He rolls his eyes and goes back to wiping the table.
Well, we need to fix that pronto. And I take my leave of the bar.
All right.
Meanwhile, at the table, the Ganassis finished what mead was there. Seemed to have gone down a bit better with the sustenance of the bread, although the Ganassi definitely seems to prefer the bread. Perhaps it just has more flavour, or just tastes less like ass.
It is flavored with rosemary, this bread, and rock salt.
I could get used to this. So I gather that there's one here that is familiar with the nearby settlement. I wonder if there are any bastions of history or some form of. Do you have museums here? Do you enjoy reveling in the past?
Who are you saying this to?
Just to everyone that's still sat by the table.
Okay, so it would be everybody but Tifafix.
Yes.
I honestly just arrived here. I am not too in touch with this location.
Sorry, was your name Calliope? Would you know?
Yes, my name was Calliope, but pardon me, I didn't hear the question.
That's okay. I can repeat myself.
Sorry,
this
technical
time.
difficulties.
That's
No
not
worries.
a problem. I was wondering if in this fair town there are perhaps bastions of history or relics of the past that the folk here tend to treasure, provided they didn't take the loss too hard, of course.
Out of character red, would I have spent enough time in this town to know this type of thing, or?
You've been here maybe a couple nights total,
Mm-hmm.
so unfortunately not.
Cool. I'm sorry, I've not here been long myself, so I'm not too sure. There might be some place of relevance, but
I was
not
actually
to my knowledge.
pointed, or rather, people kept pointing me to this rock that's supposed to be covered in birds. Not sure if that's going to help you much, but maybe I can talk to the birds, find something out.
That's okay, but you enjoy talking to the birds? I will ask the good barkeep if you'll excuse me. And I will get up. I leave my plate and bits and bobs there, and I
To be
go to the
fair,
lunch.
I don't really enjoy talking to birds. I have yet to meet an intelligent bird.
I'm
By the
sorry
time
to...
I will.
All right,
No, no.
you go up to the barkeep. He looks up at you, slightly rolling his eyes. What is it?
I heard briefly you talk of this place being a shithole, but I was wondering if
No
there
thanks
were.
to your kind.
Well, we came to an equitable agreement in the end. Let's leave it at that. But
After we left most of you at the bottom of the sea. Ha! Anyway, what do you want?
I wanted to know if there were any others that kept relics of the good times, or if you indeed have some bastion of history, a museum of sorts. I doubt it in this place, but perhaps there might be one.
Museum. No, anything of interest is long gone. The king used to have some stuff, but never mind.
No, I do. Please go on. I'd be.
I said
interested.
never mind.
I reach into my pocket and I slide a silver piece across the table.
He swipes it off the table and he said, I said never mind.
Ooh. An element touchy here, but not to worry. Nothing personal. And I retrieve my coin.
What's your passive insight?
My passive insight is 15.
You do notice he glanced over your shoulder a few times. Like a couple times.
Okay.
Just his eyes darted over your shoulder just for a second.
I reach down to pick up the silver piece, and as I do so, I kind of glance underneath my arm in the direction that I think he was looking.
The direction he was looking at was the window that points to the outside of the town.
Huh. I get back up, half smile to the barkeep, and then turn, and this time as I turn, I give myself a bit more of a glance, a look in the direction of the window to see, or at least to orient myself as to which direction he was looking before I return.
As you look through the window, it just goes out onto the town. It's sort of in the main town square with the statue of Heliod in the middle of the little stone pond at the center of it. Roll a perception check.
I shall. That is an 11 plus 5. That is a 16.
Nothing out of the ordinary catches your eye. Just people going about their business.
I shrug and return to the table.
You happen to learn anything on your journey?
Who's that towards, sorry?
That was
You.
to you.
Only that the nerves are still somewhat sore. Not to worry. I think there may have been something out the tavern that might lead me to my quarry, but
Can I ask why exactly you are looking for whatever you're looking for?
well, you may. It is no secret. I, of course, am part genie, and I wish only to discover what happened to the part of me that travelled to this land.
That sounds almost honourable. I'd be happy to ask on your behalf if it's something important to you.
Well, you are very kind. Please, yes, I'd be most grateful.
Okay, so I will head up to the bar.
Okay.
Hi. How are you?
What do you want?
Well, my name's Esther, and I am a cleric of Thassa, and I was hoping you might be able to help me with some information about the local area. Do you need any help? Do you need any
I
healing?
didn't see anything. I don't know anything. Get out.
Get out.
All of you, get out!
Phoebe's gonna flinch and very quickly book it out the door.
Is it alright if I put Estlin behind me and ask him what the issue is? As I get my axe out of my bag.
Oh shit.
There is no issue. I just want you all out of my establishment.
It's fine. Thank you very much for your assistance. And thank you, sir, for your time. I'm sorry for any trouble that I might have caused. Deepest apologies.
Amalia makes her way slowly out of the door, but gives him the evils as she leaves.
What's everybody's passive insight?
15.
15.
13.
All right.
14.
So the Ganassi wasn't looking, but Phoebe, you caught this because he made you flinch. You saw a hint of fear in his eyes.
Well, she's in a place she doesn't know too well, so she's going to be cautious, and she is still booking it out that door.
Yep. Are you all following?
Where were the rooms in relation to where we were eating?
On the above floors.
Ganassi will stand, and he will look at the barkeep and say, "Certainly, after I have gathered my belongings." and I will make my
He's-
way upstairs.
He
If he
grunts
stops
and
me.
huffs, but no, he doesn't stop you. He huffs but says nothing, but keeps an eye on you to make sure that you do eventually leave.
I'll just address everyone outside and be like, I'm sorry, is it wrong to ask if people need help or need healing in the local area, or did he overreact a little?
He reminded me of a bear. He's very loud, with little reason.
I think we touched a nerve. He seemed to have overreacted. You did nothing wrong.
Oh, thank you.
As the Ganassi leaves, it kind of slides into the conversation. He says, "Perhaps more sore loser springs to mind."
Why?
So Lisa?
Well, if you know your history of the lands, of course.
Why do the fisher folk and the sky touch not get along?
I'm sorry, what is the history of this land?
From looking between the two of you, the Ganassi kind of gives a slight smile before what's a bit of a sad sigh, and says, "Well, the inhabitants of this land were beset by people from my land, the Hazrians, and we were, let's say, a bit too much for them. So we came to an agreement, and we are at peace for now. Though I get the impression that some of the locals may have felt shortchanged by the agreement. But such is the price for losing, after all."
I mean, to be fair with all honesty, it's survival of the fittest. It's not exactly... You're not gonna win by losing and throwing a fit over it.
Correct. You'll win by having the stronger gods by your side. As we did. Never mind. I have business in town. I should find out more. I'm going to see if I can lead.
If you're looking for information, the person I'm supposed to meet tonight might have some.
I look over to Tififix.
I mean, I've left, so.
Oh yeah, she left way earlier.
I'm not exactly here.
Oh, you weren't even waiting outside. You just left completely. Okay, fair.
Yeah, I went down to the statue.
I have this note from them explaining where, well, their lessers are supposed to meet them at, though they're unaware that they have been dispatched.
I'm sorry, could you run that by me again?
She's going to pull out the folded up note depicting, or rather stating, where the poachers were supposed to meet with the hides and other harvests.
Where does and in terms of, like, does it show like a directions, or does it just give an address?
It's just an address. I did not copy down the letter because I was never given it in writing, but...
The Ganassi will take out a piece of parchment and scribble. I'll just make sure I've got the parchment. I do. We'll scribble the address down before pocketing it.
All right. Do you remember the date? Because I don't remember the month I gave you, Moon.
It was the 7th, I believe.
Oh yeah. So it reads, Yeah, so the 7th month as well, right?
I think so.
No, sorry, it was 6. So yeah, we'll say 6. Sorry. So it just reads Megasphagion 7 Cormorant Point, Cormorant Rock. Sorry.
What's the date, or how far away is that from now?
Tonight.
You don't know the calendar of this land.
I'm It's
But-
supposed to be tonight.
Yes, if Calliope is in the same presence as you guys, she could also confirm that today is Megasphagion 7. Megasphagion being the 6th month of the Meletian calendar, which is the generally accepted Theron chronological
Mega,
meter.
how do you spell that?
Mega, the word mega, MEGA, SPHAGION.
Could I attempt a history roll to determine if I've studied some of these in the past, perhaps when trying to find out more about?
Make a history check.
Yeah. Thank you. That is a 10 plus 5 for a 15.
Yeah, it's easy. This is stuff that's easy enough to find. The Meletian calendar is no closely guarded secret. There are 12 months upon it, 13 once every 3 years. So there's a 13th month once every 3 years. And each month corresponds to a different god of the main gods of the pantheon. Megasphagion in particular refers to Mogus, the god of slaughter.
You'll see the Ganassi kind of nodding as he scribbles the address and, as you say, what the date is. Well, I suppose Cormorant Point is where I need to be.
I'll
And I will post the Meletian calendar in the Discord just for your guys' reference.
I will be joining you if you're heading that way. I don't want to head there without precautions, but I'd rather not let someone head that way alone.
Well, I have no coin to offer you for your services, but you are welcome to attend with me if you wish.
Stopping them from butchering the forests is enough pay.
Oh. Well, if you wish to hire me to aid you in that, I'd also be willing to assist.
I mean, you're being paid information, aren't you? It's not exactly like you're being unrewarded.
Oh, true, but if we then discover that they are affecting the land, you say, and you wish me to help prevent that, it'd be good to have that the paperwork signed in advance.
She's going to lean forward as her slightly clawed fingertips coat over in this long, about 3-inch acid. I mean, my payment's not clawing you up here. And she's gonna pull back slightly as the acidic claws dissolve.
Well, best of luck, I suppose. So,
Whilst
Cormorant
this is
Point.
whilst this is happening, Tifafix, you've made it down to the harbor by now. It's a small town. It's easy enough. It's like a 5-minute walk, particularly from where you are. And sure enough, you see the statue of Efara, the stone woman dressed in a toga robe with a amphora over her shoulder that's pouring out this beautifully carved stone depiction of water that is so intricate it almost seems to be running, but forever frozen. It's very well made. It looks like rushing water. And yeah, sure enough, at the base of the statue, the sort of rocky cube that it's perched upon has a couple different pieces of parchment nailed to it.
All right, I'll give it a glance over.
The two of them, one of them says, infestation at the docks, need to be getting rid of. Speak to Captain Diocles for more information. And the other one says, cattle going missing. Please speak to. Okay, crap. This is gonna be a slight spoiler. Eslin, what was the name of the farmer that I completely forgot?
I know that the daughter was called Elizabeth, and the dad was called. It doesn't matter because I can't remember.
It doesn't
so
matter.
just make it
So
up.
speak to Evios. Speak to Evios at the farm, 6 miles outside of town. Sorry, 10 miles outside of town. Down. Say that again, Loki.
I didn't say anything.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, it was me.
What was that, Teddy? There.
What's Evelyn's kid again?
Oh, right. Whew. Harsh. But yeah, that's what the two notes say, Loki.
Right. Well, looks like we got a few things here. I suppose I could do the docks. It's not too far away, and I don't have to go too far out of my way. Then I could head up the cattle. Yeah. Or should I do cattle first? And I'm just gonna take out a pipe while I'm thinking and start smoking on the pipe.
All right, and you do.
Yep. I'm gonna be there for a bit. Contemplating.
You do gather that, actually, no, never mind. I'll let you come to that conclusion on your own. So, whilst you're there pondering, we back to the Ganassi, and I assume Calliope, Eslin, and Tifafix follow the Ganassi and Phoebe, or are you guys going your separate way?
Calliope is gonna follow them. Just a little behind, not make it too obvious.
All right, roll a stealth check.
Oh no, I'm not trying to be stealthy. I'm just following them with the group. I'm just a few steps behind.
Okay. No worries.
Though as well, I'm sure you might find my services useful at further dates, so I don't think that I should pay you in money.
Well, you have. It sounds like I'm simply going there alone, and you are offering to come with because you have your own thing. If it just sounds like we are two individuals just happening to travel in the same direction.
Not necessarily.
Well, that's all that I've gathered from so far. I say, as we say, if you decide that my services would be of use to you, and if for some reason the same applies to me, then we can discuss that at the time. Otherwise, it's a lovely day. We can enjoy the lovely air as we walk.
What services can you offer, Ganassi?
Well, I know a great deal of things from the past, from histories long before. I have a way of finding out things and information as well. I am descended of a genie. I suppose that is all that really needs to be said.
I mean, I guess so. You're a tiny bit untrustworthy.
Well, I have not lied to you so far, and I see no reason to lie either. If you choose not to trust me, it's your loss, prerogative, one or the other. Something of the two.
Well, y- I hope neither, I guess.
Yeah, well, this is of course down to you to make that determination. I will not sway you either way. It is your choice, after all, and making your own choice is a very important part of life.
Well, maybe we could see if anybody needs help around town, and
We can save our venture for later to actually. Sea Touch, do you want to join us? As she's looking towards Edge, Eslin.
uh, uh, I don't understand exactly what it is that you intend on doing this evening.
It's not for you to worry about, I suppose. But it's
But
some
it
time
is for
away.
me to worry about. That's the
Oh.
question. What are your intentions? Are you going there for your own personal gain? Are you going there for?
I'm personally going to stop someone who was butchering my homelands.
And I'm just going to find out if anyone knows anything about where my where part of me went.
Hmm. I think it would be acceptable for me to join you, but I don't think that I would be very good by myself. So is it just the three of us, or Amalia and Calliope? Will you be with us, or?
If I knew where you were going, I might just.
We're going to the Bird Rock. I keep forgetting its name.
Oh, that's the Cormyran point. Ah, good to know. I'm learning more and more.
Out of character, what time is it today?
It's about 10 in the morning at this point.
Okay.
All right. Amalia, do you follow them?
The person you're meeting, do they know information about this place, this city?
I
This
do not
town?
know. Ask him.
Logic speaks that they might, considering they were supposed to meet their lessers here. They probably know all the ins and outs of the city, but that's just what I'm guessing.
I do know a ship captain from near here and a young farmer, but not a young farmer, a farmer and his family. I don't know if either of those could help us. But it's likely they might know. And they were very friendly and open and honest with me. I very much like them.
Nevertheless, it is still quite early to attend this point. So, a suggestion was made by someone. I think yes, might be worth seeing what odds and ends this quaint little town has in order to earn some coin.
Well, the farm is a bit of the way out of town, but I would probably recommend heading towards the docks and speaking to the captain of the Sea Spider and seeing if he might be able to point us in the right direction of
Well,
something we can help out on, or earn some coin, and hopefully that will be enough payment for you to help out the young lady here.
I might come with you guys just because I need to find out some information about a flower.
A flower?
Yes, a flower.
What kind of flower?
It's used to make a very specific type of poison that killed someone that I need to find out why.
I know maybe several dozen flowers, but I don't know what ones are poisonous. Well, most of them are probably poisonous if you eat them.
Not all. One was very specific and rare.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, no. You confused the situation. See, I'm a bounty hunter and I was meant to kill him. He killed himself. I want to know why.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, little one. I won't kill you.
I mean, you could try.
Have you done anything bad lately? I only kill bad people.
I guess that depends on who you're talking to, but I try to live a very good and moral life.
Then you're
I
safe.
mean,
For now.
that actually might. The person I'm going to meet tonight is poaching, which, if I'm remembering correctly, by most towns is illegal. I don't know. I've only run across small villages here and there.
I mean, if he's upsetting the balance of nature, then of course, as an acolyte of Thassa, I will have to intervene.
Very much so. Very much so. He was actually, well, his letters were shooting everything that moved on site.
My, the mortal concerns of people are really quite intriguing.
Please do not speak as though you're above us, Ganassi. You must have your own wants and needs.
I mean, apparently he wants to find half of him that's still attached to himself.
He smiles. He doesn't actually. He doesn't recant what he's already said. But he looks back down to the map as we're looking down. Is there? How can we? Are we able to see the Cormier Rock from where we are as we're walking down towards the docks?
You know, Phoebe would know that it's on the other side of the island.
Okay.
You guys
Good.
are on the what you call it? You guys are on the eastern side of the island. The okay, so it's not so much on the. So Phoebe was able to ascertain that so Theros is on sort of like the easternmost point of the island. The Cormorant Point is the southernmost point of the island. So it would be about 10 miles away. Is what Phoebe learned the night previously. But just to clarify, and for the purpose of brevity, you guys are heading down to the docks, yes?
Yeah, to find the sea spider.
Yes.
You guys head down, and when you get to the docks, you see a familiar satyr just sat down with a pipe in front of a statue of Ifara, and there are a couple boards pinned in front of her. If you're looking for the sea spider, make an investigation check, Eslin.
Will do. Bear with caller. Investigation, yeah?
Yeah.
That is a whole 10.
You do not see the sea spider anywhere along the dock.
Okay, then I'll speak to our little satyr friend.
Tififix, your quasi-trance is interrupted by a familiar voice.
Hi there. How are you?
Oh, hello there. What y'all doing? What y'all up to?
Well, we were actually looking for. Well, I'd like to say something to do, but that would see. But it's people we can help.
Well, and I'm just gonna take a big old drag from my pipe and then point it at the statue. If
Do you
you
blow
look
the
over
smoke in
here,
Eslin's face?
no, but I do
Oh,
blow a smoke ring above.
nice.
And if you look over here, there's a few things. There are this infestation. Apparently, there's at the docks. By a Captain Dioculus. Talk to him. And then, of course, there's cattle missing. On apparently the Evios farm, which are about 10 miles out of town. So, how lazy you wanna be?
May we go to the farm, please, everybody, if you don't mind?
I mean, I guess we can burn some time.
This family were very kind to me, and it would be good if I could return the favor.
Favor for a favor. Always follow through.
It
If you're,
sounds as if there won't be any remuneration.
I can pay you.
Wonderful.
Uh,
Then I am at your service.
if I may
Well, I
ask,
mean, they can pay you as well. They've got a notice up here. Just saying.
I would not
Oh.
like to take their money. They do, however, make a very good cheese. In fact, it was
There you go.
it was in fact the young gentleman the older gentleman that brought me to town on his cart, and he explained to me the cheese making process in this area. And Eslin's just going to rattle on for about half an hour about how to make cheese.
Right. Well,
Do you
as she's
rattle on
rattling
as you
on,
guys are traveling?
I would
just
have
a-
a look. I'd have a quick look at the notice to see exactly what it is that's being tasked and see if there's any other information that's available to be gleaned.
So the cattle one just says cattle going missing. Need someone to look into it. Talk to crap. What was the name I said? Talk to Evios. In order for more information. It does say that there will be a monetary reward. The other one says infestation. In the grain storage at the docks. Speak to crap. What was the name I gave? Diocles.
Myron or something. Yeah.
Speak to Diocles for more information. It does say that there is a reward of 300 silver drachmi.
Is there anything nearby here that looks like the grain store in question?
Make a perception check.
Okay. That is a 17 plus. Let me just confirm it's plus 5. Yep, plus 5. That's a 22 total.
You can see a bunch of warehouses on the south side of town. It's probably one of those. Tell you what, with that perception check, I will show you guys the map of Theros. So you guys have reference points.
Exciting.
So you guys don't literally have a map, but you guys know the town well enough to know that this is what an aerial view would be.
I'd imagine that Ganassi may have had the chance to have a quick look in the air in the part a bit as he rove. Oh, actually, no, he is levitated, worn off by that time, so never mind. If we are looking for things to do, the grain store appears to be closer. Perhaps we deal with this first, then look for a sheep or calf afterwards.
Back in 1 second, guys. I just need to quickly use the restroom. I'll just be a minute.
I think it's a cattle.
Oh, well, some kind of farm animal, yes. But it would, I would imagine such a task may not be quite as strenuous as clearing an infestation, and perhaps we would benefit better from the monetary gains from that. And then your farmer friends can be satiated afterwards.
I would not like to hesitate on this matter.
For finding a cattle?
I fear that there may be something more nefarious at work. The region was hounded by not necessarily creatures, but I did find a dead body on my way, and I would hate for anything to happen to them. Do you understand?
I do. I only hope that the remuneration will be similar or greater to the infestation. Is all.
I personally will give you a gold piece if you drop this now.
I
I
actually
hold out my hand.
I give you a gold piece.
I smile and I go quiet.
I do have a quick question, not necessarily about it itself, but the body, if you don't mind.
Yes, sure.
Um, did you find any wounds, and if so, were they animal or human inflicted? Were they weapons or were they claw?
And I'm back. My apologies. Did I miss anything?
Uh,
Ganassi gains a gold piece to shut up.
So, guys, what are you doing?
Overjoyed in the watch.
I mentioned the body that I found en route to the town. I can't remember. Did we say the wounds, were they done by an animal or done by a person?
Yeah, screw it. I'll say that we did. I can't remember if we did check for that, but it's not a
We
big deal.
did at the time, but I just cannot remember for the life of me, and it's not in my notes.
Well, it certainly didn't look like blades or it didn't look like it was made by a human.
Okay, wonderful.
Like the weapon, it wasn't like stab wounds or slices or anything like that. It wasn't that clean. It was very brutal.
I will relay that to Phoebe.
Okay, that helps, I guess. I'll join y'all, but I'm not sure how much I can do. There's rules in place I would prefer to abide.
I understand. But chances are that if these animals are going missing, they might be hurt or they might be dead.
Well, in both scenarios, they might not be fit to make it back to the farm. And depending on what this creature is that apparently attacked a human individual, I fear I might not be able to hold weapons against it unless it directly attacks us.
Well, I can possibly heal the animals.
I can heal as well.
We don't know whether it is people or whether it is a monster or something that is killing them currently, but or taking them even. But I would appreciate your assistance if you can provide it.
You can also do some for minimum healing.
Does that make 3 of us that can heal?
I think so.
Sky Touch, are you able to heal as well?
I like that. Unfortunately not. But I can assist in other ways. For the most part, I will offer assistance if we are attacked. And if we do need a method in which to carry an injured creature, I should be able to do that without any difficulty.
If we need to kill it or you guys need me to fight something, I'm your woman. I can do that.
Thank you, Calliope. I really appreciate it.
That wasn't me.
Oh!
That was Amalia.
Oh, Amalia, I'm sorry. If you're willing to offer your help, I appreciate it.
Pleasure's all mine. So, what's our plan of action then?
I believe one of us needs to lead the way.
I know the route. I'm happy to lead.
That was my meaning.
Alrighty, so we're heading up the trail that I went on previously out of town towards the farm.
Okay, yeah, easy enough to remember. What's the average travel pace of a mortal? I always forget.
28 miles in a day.
Okay,
Don't ask me why it's an arbitrary number. I do not know.
that is fine. So it is going to take you. So yeah, it was about 10 miles outside of town. So yeah, I'll say it takes you a better part of 3 hours to get there. You guys truck along, and you see now for the first time, Kefalis is genuinely a beautiful island. There's these hillocks that almost become small mountains across this range in the center, where at the top you can see this very large statue of Heliod with a spear behind his back, looking out, and the crown of stars. Oh, sorry, the wreath of stars pointing upwards. You see spatterings of forest here and there, trees, but mostly it's just hillocks of beautiful grassland with the occasional lynx prowling, chasing rabbits, or wild gazelles. And sometimes even boars. Before long, you come across. Actually, can I get someone roll me a D100?
I can do that if you wish.
Yes, please.
That would be a 45.
Okay. Interestingly enough, your walk is quite pleasant without any kind of interruption or anything going awry. Soon enough, Eslin, you see the familiar farm instead in the distance.
Okay, so I'll point to you the farm and be like, "This is the place that we need to go to." I'll lead the way, but I wouldn't mind you guys coming with me. They're very friendly. We'll have a great time. Okay.
Alright.
Ganassi, who has been fairly silent this entire route since receiving the gold coin, simply smiles and nods.
All right. Eslin's gonna walk up and knock on the door.
The door swings wide, and you guys see Eslin. You immediately recognize her, but the rest of you simply see a young girl dressed in a simple bluish-green toga. Doesn't look older than 15. Her eyes are very red, like she's been crying.
But what's wrong?
Eslin, you're here.
There was a note in town that said you might need help.
Thank the gods you're here. Sorry, I'll just post a picture as well. Copy link. Thank the gods you're here. No one was answering the note, so Pater went out to deal with it himself. He hasn't been back since last night. And she just bursts into tears and hugs you.
Which route did he take? We need to leave immediately. You will stay here, okay?
She nods and says, "Please, bring him back. Mater won't leave the room. She's beside herself."
I don't want to promise something I may not be able to do, but I will. If your father is alive when I find him, I will certainly try my best to bring him home.
She steels herself as best she can and says, "The cattle graze to the north, about half a mile that way." She points to the direction. The cat, they'd been going missing there, so that's probably where he went to look.
Stay strong, bar the door, do not answer for anybody, apart from me. I will knock like this, and then she's gonna do like a little special rat on the door. Be safe, okay?
I make a note of that rat. Just in case.
She nods and says, "The Heliod be with you," and just closes the door.
We need to move immediately, guys. I'm sorry. I expected a more welcoming reunion.
What is he father's name? And do you mind giving me a minute?
His name's Evios.
Guys, we need to move. A man's life is on the line. Yeah. Put a sock in it, Eslin. Give me a minute.
No, if you want, I can ask the gods if he's still alive.
I would prefer we move immediately, if that's okay. He's
That
only half a mile from here, judging by where we've gone, and we can track him from there. If we can't find him, then I'm happy, very happy to follow your next method, okay?
Okay, well, hopefully we find him alive.
Right, I'm just here as the muscle, so whatever y'all want when to do, I'll do it.
Right. Okay. Brisk jog in that direction that was pointed by.
All right. And a brisk jog. Do you guys follow at a brisk jog?
Yep.
Sure enough, you guys crest over this hill and you see a herd of cattle seemingly unattended.
Could I just
Perfect.
glance over the landscape, see if I see any humanoid figures?
Make a perception check.
Gladly.
And as
That would be 22.
so you go first.
You do not see any humanoid figures across the landscape. Sorry, and yes, Ganassi?
Ganassi is actually, as we crest over the hilltop, he's going to reach down, sort of like do a small gesture with his fingers, and those watching him will be perplexed for a moment, as it seems that his footsteps eventually leave the hill as it crests over, and he starts walking into the air. I have cast Levitate on myself.
Okay.
And I will allow myself to get up about 50 feet into the air. And I will also do the same thing and see if I can spot anything from a bird's eye view.
Make a perception check with advantage.
Okie dokie. Well, that was a shit dice. That is a 1 and a 4. Fortunately, I was doing it, so it's not a natural one. But the total is only 9, unfortunately.
You don't see anything, unfortunately.
I shall remain in the air, keeping an eye on everyone as we walk along.
Okay.
I have a look as well.
Around the landscape? Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm not much of a looker, I'm more of a fodder.
You cut out the Calliope, what was that?
12 plus 4, 16.
You unfortunately do not see any humanoid figures on the horizon at any point.
Maybe if you would, I would appreciate your assistance that you offered previously.
Very well. Give me a minute as I attempt to commune. As she's going to be pulling the rather large purple, almost star-like gem off her belt, she's going to position it up towards the sky and let the rays of the sun shine through it onto the ground as she begins to mutter in a very, I believe the proper term would be old language, druidic language, as she's going to be asking through augury if I am
You can
terrible
do
at
that
names.
at level 2?
Yep.
Is that a Nelia thing, or is it... No, that's not a Nelia thing.
No,
that's
that's the subclass. Circle of the Stars. But she will be casting augury and asking if the child's father is currently alive.
Let me just have a look at how the augury spell.
I believe it's wheel.
You receive an
roll,
omen
or-
from a results of a specific course of action that you plan to take.
Oh,
So
it's
you
a course of action. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that's going to be a little more tricky to word. She's going to ask if they rush, they could save the father. She's not putting too many specifics in there, just
the constellation that is projected on the ground, a single star near the base of the map, glints and shines red. You know that star. You know the stars very well. That is the southern star, the star of the morning, the star of hope. You interpret this as wheel, a good result, a positive sign.
as she'll fit the gem back against her belt and smile. He's still alive, from what I can tell. I'm not certain where he is, but if we're quick, we should be able to save him.
Thank you. Maybe if we get closer, maybe we could find some tracks or something similar, rather than looking for a humanoid. So Eslyn's going to jog down to where the cattle are and search for any sign of footprints or a struggle on the ground, anything that looks like
Make a
footprints.
survival check with advantage. If actually, does anyone want to make a survival check?
If
I-
Eslyn's starting to make the effort to try to discern, Phoebe will actually go down and attempt to.
The Ganassi will also join as well. He will probably be in terms of survival when he gets, because he's only moving at 20 feet around, so his movement is a bit slowed down. But when he gets there, he'd probably look to see from a bird's eye view the imprintations on the grass to determine, like, let's say, the movement of the flock.
Okay, everybody make survival checks.
Mine's a 19 plus 3, so 22. 21, I can't math.
You guys
Red,
see,
I think
okay,
you cursed me.
between all of you, what did you get?
A 13.
Oh,
8.
buddy.
17 plus 2, so
Rolled above
19.
a 10.
22.
8.
All right. Between all of you, you see some ruts in the ground where a cart used to be that lead off the trail or across the hills.
All right, guys, follow close. I'm happy to lead up front, okay?
Should we not, as Ganassi calls from the air above, and for the first time speaking again, should we not return the flock first?
I believe some of the flock have already been taken. Animals can be replaced, people cannot. Okay?
I would have an argument for that, but okay.
Yeah, you're going to see Phoebe kind of wince at that comment in particular.
All right. So you guys set off in, just so I understand, you guys set off in the direction of the tracks?
Yeah.
All right. You book it quick as you can across the hillocks, and you notice that as you follow these tracks, you're getting closer and closer to where the rocky hills slash very small mountains are. It takes you about 20 minutes of sprinting before you come across. You crest over a hill, and you see a small rock, a little rocky formation, and you're about at the base of where these rocky mountains are.
About 10 minutes into the journey, the levitate spell wears off, and I was already falling behind the team anyway, so I land and then I sprint. So I'm probably a couple of rounds behind the rest of the team, but I'm still inside.
That's fine. You guys see outside, this little rocky formation has what looks to be a tiny cave on the outside of it, and a boneyard that is where the ground is soaked in blood lays upon the grass just outside this tiny cave. Next to this massacre site, and you look closely at the bones, and they all seem to be either bovine or goat or gazelle. Each one of them various states of decay. Some of them look older. One of them looks quite fresh. There is a cow that has been basically ripped in half, whose guts just spill out onto the ground and looks to have been chewed upon. Not far from the cow is a overturned cart with a slaughtered horse. Eslin, you recognize the horse.
Oh, buddy. Okay. This seems to be the place. This is the horse that took me to town previously.
And amongst the bone pile, you see 2 lions gnawing at the cow.
Is there any sign of my dude Evios?
Make a perception check.
Oh no.
I don't think I've ran across one of these cats before, or at least not recently.
Ooh,
You would have
natural
run across.
20!
Unfortunately, you do not see him.
For fuck's sake. Okay, cool, fine.
I'm sorry. You would have seen a lion before, Eslin, yes. Sorry, not Eslin, Phoebe, yes. They're like... They're just ripping at this cow's entrails, one of them starting to tear its throat out.
As watching the creatures for a moment and kind of glancing between those creatures and our lion-like creature companion, the Ganassi is going to preemptively cast Mage Armor.
Cool. So, what would anybody like to do other than that?
I mean, I'm not seeing him here, but he might be hiding from these lions.
We could
Says a heads up, by the way, you guys are about 60 feet from these lions.
I'll just gently call, like almost like a whisper, like Evios's name, see if there's any stirring.
I'm going to put my hand over her mouth when I see her starting to whisper.
Crap, what would this be? Make a sleight of hand check.
Okay, give me a moment.
PMing you, Red.
Fine.
Okay, waiting for the PM.
Thank you.
So yeah, I need a sleight of hand, Deslin.
Roll for me. That's a 7.
Unfortunately, you say, Evios! Evios! Like, you try to, but you can't quite horse whisper it well enough, and one of the lions' ear perks up, and roars in the direction of where you guys are.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You obviously don't go into the woods very often.
It
I
starts
live
to
in the sea.
sniff and inches slightly closer. Are you guys stealthing, by the way, or? Oh no, you guys wouldn't have
Nope.
at this point. So I am afraid the lions turn and see you guys.
Ready to action goes off.
You all right? Is that a saving throw or?
It is a Constitution saving throw. Yes.
Okay. Natural 20. That's cocked. 10 plus. 11.
That is a fail.
Okay, so what does the 11 one take?
It's a 1d6, which I can roll for you.
Yes, please.
It's just the one It's the one damage. And yeah, that's it. But yeah, as they turn towards us and start making their way towards us, I cast Thunderclap. It is also worth mentioning every creature within range, including the party, will need to make a Constitution saving throw. If you
What's
fail,
the range on it?
100 feet.
Oh yeah, you all need to make a con saving throw.
Is that right? Oh, hang on. Range, area, 5. Creature versus 100. Yes, that's right, yeah.
That's a 9 for me.
That's a fail.
Constitution.
Correct.
20.
Um.
Modified.
Yep. Pass.
No, I actually believe that. Well, never mind. Give me a moment. I'll roll my con.
What was the damage again?
Just one. It's one
Just
thunder damage. Yep, just the one. As the lions make their way towards there, the Ganassi, having held a spell to attempt to try and hold them back, claps his hands together, even though it's only a somatic component for this, and a burst of thunder. Thunder, very unlike that from if there's been ever any serious weather in this land. The thunder cracks in a very different way.
Yeah, it's like a.
Phoebe's
It almost has a presence to it.
Phoebe's going to.
One time I didn't have my apple with me. Sorry, go on.
Phoebe's going to cover her ears and snarl as nat 1 on Phoebe.
Shit.
It's still just the one. It's just the 1d6 thunder damage. It doesn't do anything else. But the intent behind that is to try and scare off the lions by a sudden loud noise.
The lions recoil back for a second, like, and they tuck their tails slightly in fear. And then from the mouth of the cave, you hear a much deeper guttural. Boom, a giant paw emerges from the inky blackness of the cave. Boom, another giant paw. As a much bigger third lion with a slight gold tinge to his mane steps out. Image for reference.
Quick question: are we doing double damage on nat 1, no damage on nat 20, or normal?
Double damage on a critical failure. So
that'd be 2 damage then. 2 thunder, yeah.
Yeah.
Apologies.
So yeah, image for reference as this lion that's about twice the size of the other ones. This long curly mane, fangs like spears, dripping saliva from its chin. Calliope, you recognize one of these things. You've sung about this in stories before. That's a fleece mane lion. Here, there are tales of heroes killing these, fighting these things, like mythical heroes.
Boy.
Now I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative, please.
Shit.
Woohoo!
I apologize for advance if I woke up the mother lion.
Hey, look at that! First time I rolled above a 10.
I just love that woohoo from Loki.
So 13 plus 4 for me, so 17 for me.
I got a miraculous 7.
16 or an 18? That's 17.
Okay, one sec. Oh shit! No, that's right.
Oh wait, sorry. Are we rolling a d20?
We are rolling initiative. Yes, D20. And you know what? Let's get some music in here. I'm curious to see how it reacts to Twitch.
It should be fine if you're running it through the Discord bot.
Yes, I am. Alright, so let me just pop in the initiative counter. Oh, and let's get the battle map open up. Badoom. I moved you for a second just so I could give just your token, nothing, Moon. I'm moving it back now. It was just... You get what I mean. Like, I just needed... So, I'm just gonna, for the turn order, use your regular token, but you just use whichever token you need when you're shifting in and out. Okay, and add turns to those ones. Cool. Oh, I'm not sure why that is. I'm terribly sorry. Oh, right, controlled by Matthew. Save.
Yep, that works.
Perfect.
That is a really good dead horse, by the way.
Thank you.
It looks like a horse that's running, that then has been placed on the two-dimensional factor, and it works quite well.
Well, it is. So the token is literally listed as dead horse. The blood, however, was me. Yeah. Well, knuckle up, motherfucker! You're going in raw.
Wow! That's fun.
I didn't know how to phrase that otherwise. Anywho, no, jokes aside, go ahead and roll your health. Real quick. Alright, so that's lion. Scene. Keep in mind, this is a slightly elevated power scale because it's Theros. You guys have like some of you have innate abilities. Cool, so has everybody popped in their initiative? Oh yes, of course. Amalia, if you see that turn order thing I popped up on Roll20. Oh, right, okay. Right-click the rhythm bot in Discord. Or tap on the rhythm bot. Sorry, I forgot you were using it. Oh, wait, no, oh right, that's, yeah, Dre, could you zoom out a bit just so we, like, just shift the battle map so we can see the whole field? Thank you. Excellent. You guys spotted all the tokens, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
The big lion.
The big lion is very large, yes.
There's one token that doesn't have initiative added.
Yes, that's something else. Oh wait, oh sorry, no, I just realized. Okay, cool. So, Amalia, can you hear better?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, cool. So if you go to your token under the turn order thing. degrees.
What do you want to
So you should see a window that says turn order.
do? Yeah.
If you click on the 0 next to your icon, you should be able to edit that with your initiative number. And then press enter. Yeah, great. Cool, so whenever we roll initiative, we do that. Great, so... everyone's rolled initiative? Great, are we ready to begin? At the top of the round, the big lion... He is going to use his full movement. He's going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And he is going to... He is going to leap a further 25 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he's going to make a claw attack against Eslin. Eslin does a... where's my d20? Oh no! Does... oh yeah, he's gonna do a multi-attack. So he's gonna attempt to bite you, but that's a 10. Does a 10 hit, Eslin?
It does not.
Okay, sorry, 1 second. See if I forgot to add the 1 point of damage to one of the lions. And his second attack, he's gonna swipe at you with his claw. Does a 17 hit?
17 is my AC, so yes, it does.
Alright, you take... 4 points of slashing damage as it rakes across your side and a bit of blood burbles up from the cut.
Okay, as he hits me, can he make a DC 13 dex saving throw?
Okay. He rolled an 8 plus 2, 10.
That is a fail, so he takes 2d8 points of lightning damage.
Go ahead and roll that.
That is a 10.
Cool, let me just check one quick... oh wait, sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. Does that count as a spell?
Cool, good question. I'm not sure.
No, I don't think so. It's not in the spell list, so I'm gonna say no. In that case,
I think
as a
it's
normal thing.
ability.
Yeah, so how much does he take again?
10 total.
Okay, nice. You guys watch as this lion rakes its claw across her. Eslin's eyes glow bright blue, and she just releases a bolt of electricity that arcs and scars across the lion's shoulder, leaving a deep burn. It roars in pain. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
That's not my turn, that's my reaction.
Oh, right, sorry. Well, that's the end of its turn. Next up is... Tififix.
Right. Well, so all I would like to do is get on the other side of this here, and
Oh, just as a heads up, I'm using +2 flanking. I'm sorry, I said this at the start, but I forgot you weren't here. I'm using +2, not advantage.
well, it's still be a good hit modifier, and I'm just gonna take out a hand axe and swing. Well,
Go.
first, I'm going-
Swing, better swing.
First, I would like to rage.
course. You watch as you can't do that yet. Never mind. You watch as she, her eyes almost like get a hint of red, and her fangs grow slightly longer as she is overcome with bloodlust. Buddy.
Oh, baby, no.
That was not a good roll.
So what weapon are you using?
Hand axe.
You swing your hand axe, and it seems to bounce off this lion's hide. This is a much tougher lion than you've typically heard about. This is not an ordinary animal.
Boy, what's wrong with you, mate? That's all I've got. That's my action. Bonus action and movement.
Alright. At the end of your turn, I'd like to deeply apologize to everybody for what's about to happen.
No.
He's
Oh,
gonna...
no.
This big lion is gonna use both of its legendary actions.
What?
And it's gonna just emit a... Everybody make a wisdom saving throw.
Are you, motherfucker?
No, I don't like
Wisdom.
Yeah, on par for usual.
Mine is a 9.
Oh shit.
I have no saving throw modifier, so that is a 14 plus 15, so 19 for the Ganassi.
Okay.
That's
15. Okay, anybody who rolled below a 12 is frightened of this lion until the end of its next turn.
Got it. So we've got disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, and as long as we see it in line of sight, and we can move in.
What did you get, Amalia? Amalia? Violet? Babe, you still there?
I see the line of
Can't hear you, babe.
Sometimes Discord can be a bit of how do you say it politely, knobhead. So if you just leave and come back, it might work.
Yeah, I might do. Oh yeah, and Dre, if you right click on the rhythm bot, you can lower it for yourself so that on Twitch it won't be as loud. Violet, is everything okay?
You might have her disconnect and reconnect, see if that fixes the issue.
Yeah, babe, disconnect and reconnect.
Okay, what about now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Hey, there it goes.
Okay, so,
did you still need?
Okay, sorry, what was your wisdom saving throw, Amalia? Babe? Okay, while we troubleshoot that... Oh wait, because it's her turn next. Yeah.
Sorry, what am I meant to roll right now?
D20 and add your wisdom saving throw modifier. So, for you, that would be a... +1. So roll a d20 +1, and the DC you're trying to match or break is 12. Hold on. I'm gonna stop the music for a second. Okay, just so, because I don't think Rafaela can hear us, or Violet can hear us. Apologies for the intermission.
Sorry.
Is that bet? Okay, so if you tap rhythm on your phone, as we go into the chat, we can see all our names.
1 second.
It's the problem with iOS devices.
Yeah. Ooh, who checked out? Oh, that was rhythm. Did you find it?
Nope.
Okay, let's not worry about music for the moment. We'll just keep the pace going. So, did you roll a d20?
I did.
Okay, what did you get?
18.
Okay, you're fine. You're taken aback by the sheer loudness of this roar, but you've heard louder roars, particularly amongst warriors of your own tribe, and you shake it off and you roar right back. It is your turn, by the way.
Okay, so can I use my battle axe to, like, basically, like, what's it called, swing for it?
You can. You would need to move up to it first.
Okey-doke.
Which line are you going up towards?
The big one.
Okay. If you tap, by the way, if you tap the thing and just use your arrow keys, it'll move about more easily. Just click on your icon and move it with the arrow keys. Alright, yeah, I'll say you can... Yeah, you can attack it from there. You're swinging for the tail. Cool. Go ahead and make an attack roll. And I will say add +2 to the attack roll because you are technically flanking.
17.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Rolled a 12.
A 12 total?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. You carve into this lion's thigh flank. A squirt of blood hits you in the face as this gash opens up. It looks around at you. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay. The end of your turn. Ooh, who joined?
It's just me. I'm here to listen. I was in here earlier, but my connection cut.
No worries. Okay. This lion... no, sorry. That lion is going to 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. Is going to run up to you, Loki, and it's going to make a bite attack. Shame about the music, but oh well. Does a 14 hit, Loki?
That does not.
All right, you managed to. I just jam your axe into its mouth, and it is unable to get around. Excuse me 1 second. I'm just going to turn the lights on. I see. This is the problem with the smart light system is so great unless you have Wi-Fi issues, in which case you can't turn on the lights in your own house.
Oof, that's an awkward.
Even with the
That's a yike
Switch.
from me. That's when you then need voice control.
Better. Okay, so next up is the Ganassi. You've watched as
Okay.
this enormous beast, unlike anything you've ever seen before, has clawed the shit out of Eslin. Only the other lion has managed to make a good dent in its hide from the back, aside from Eslin's electric discharge, and the satyr seems to be being encircled by lions.
Okay, can I just, for a point of reference, can I confirm that this boulder is effectively impassable terrain?
You'd have to make an athletics check to climb over it.
That is fine. Okay, so...
Yeah, particularly your scrawny ass.
Indeed. Well, what I am going to do is go... I need to get a better vantage point. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm just going to confirm visibility. Yep. And I am going to cast... after moving into position, the Ganassi will mutter something in a language unlike this land, and he will cast Witch Bolt at the larger of the lions.
Is that a saving throw or is that an attack roll?
I shall confirm. It's going to be... it's a ranged spell attack.
Go ahead and make your attack roll then.
Will do. Spell attack modifier, thank God for that. 15 to hit?
15 just hits.
Thank God for that. Okay. And I now need a d12.
You swirl your arms around and mutter Haram Naruka Unsablam Naha, and an arc of lightning shoots from your fingertips.
I am missing the most important dice of the lot, the d12, so I'm going to do that on roll 20.
That's fine.
That is 4 lightning damage.
Nice. This thing looks very pissed off.
I shall remain in my current position, and that is where I will end my turn. Still
Alrighty
channeling
then.
this lightning energy.
Yeah, you watch as he seems to be maintaining these arcs of electricity that are bouncing between him and the lion. Calliope, it is your turn. Or should I say
Okay,
Calliope?
Calliope. Quick question out of character. If I try and shoot with my short bow, range is 80 feet. Do I get disadvantage because I'm closer?
No, because he's not within melee range of you.
Okay. Okay, no. You know what? I'm just gonna move like 10 feet. I'm gonna move 10 feet, and I'm gonna cast the Ice Beam. That is a dexterity saving throw. That is
that target only him?
well, it is beam of pale blue light, forming a line 3 feet long and 5 feet wide.
Okay, so but it's only targeting him. Okay, fine. So what's the DC on the saving throw?
Dexterity 14.
That is a failure. Yeah, he rolled a 9.
Nice. Right. On a failed save, the creature takes 2d8.
Oh man, I was hoping he'd succeed on that.
Sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
2d8 damage, and until the beginning of my next turn, speed is halved. He cannot take any reactions.
How much? Sorry, how much damage again? Say that.
2d8, so I rolled a 7 and a 3, 10 damage.
Okay. He's looking pretty bloody.
Um,
All right,
is
and his
anyone
movements.
looking hurt? I know.
I'm all right.
Cool. That's my turn.
Okay. Next up, Phoebe. You watch as soon as Phoebe sort of gets into position, her fur begins to grow out of her skin. Her fangs become long. Her ears become slender and vulpine. And before you know it, she, where the redheaded girl once stood, dreadlocks and green tunic, is now a lycanthropic fox creature.
As she's shifting,
With jade emerald colored eyes.
as she was shifting, she muttered, low enough that you could hear it, but loud enough that you could loud enough you could hear it, but low enough that you could easily miss it if you weren't paying attention. Nilia, I hear your call, and she then shifts. Just seconds later, she will reach her hand up towards the air or towards the sky above, as she says, "And I will guide them to you." As she is going to be casting guiding bolt at the large lion.
Nice. As you do so, you hear a whisper in your ear. Well, you're looking at this lionic creature, and you hear a tender whisper that's soothing but affirmative that says, "Monstrosity." And you take that as tacit approval to do what you're doing.
And that's going to be a nat 1 to hit.
Buddy! Can I just measure something real quick?
Sure.
Shit.
Yep.
Tifafix, roll a dexterity saving
Yep.
throw.
Oh no!
I mean, goat people are monsters, right?
That's racist.
That'd be a 9.
You know what? I'm not gonna let. I was more. If you rolled a 5 or lower, I was gonna have to do it. But you were rolling for failure, and you weren't rolling for You weren't rolling necessarily to succeed, if you know what I mean. So yeah, you're fine. You managed to just duck out the way. It does singe some of your hairs, though. This bolt of like holy energy shoots right past you. Oh, buddy.
Don't worry, it's a constant in your games. She
Eh.
is then going to be taking the opportunity to move back a little ways.
That's fine. Go ahead and do so. At the end of your turn, the other lion is going to make a beeline for Amalia. Run, run, run. It's going to make a claw attack, and I believe it's going to attempt to pounce. So Oh, it is going to make the attack with advantage because of its pack tactics. So, does... Oh shit, that's an 8 and a 2. Fuck me. See, it cuts both ways. 13 doesn't hit, does it, Amalia?
Nope.
Right, leaps at you, but you hold it with your axe and you push it off, roaring right back at it. That's all it can do this turn. Yeah, that's where it is. Eslin, it is your turn.
Okay, I would like to do Sacred Flame at the lion that is attacking my lion friend.
Okay, dexterity saving throw, yes?
Yes, correct. 13.
That's a 15.
Oh, it succeeds. No worries.
Unfortunately, you watch as you release this blast of sacred fire that travels towards the lion, and with mounting horror, you note that it bounces off the hide of the lion and flies right back at you. Please roll damage on yourself.
Okay.
Actually, no. You need to make your own dexterity saving throw. Sorry, let me just need to read how this works again. My bad. Yeah, it targets the caster instead. So make your own dexterity saving throw.
That's a 19.
Okay, so you managed to duck against the sacred flame as well. But you're like, okay, shit. He just reflected my spell back at me.
I'll just shout to the guys, no magic on the lions!
Don't do that.
And then I don't know. I will stay exactly where I am.
Okay. At the top of the round, the lion looks incredibly pissed, and it is going to make 2 attacks against you. It's got eyes for you, only eyes for you because you've done the. Actually, just thinking, what would it do in this situation? Yeah, it perceives you as the biggest threat, Eslin, so it's going to make a multi-attack against you. So it's first going to attempt to bite against you. That's a natural 18, 26.
Yeah, that hits.
Sorry, yeah, 24, but yeah, 24. Okay, you take, roll a fucking 1 on the damage die. So you take 5 points of piercing damage as it sinks in and rends the section of your arm out.
Fuck.
And it's then going to make a claw attack against you.
Okay.
That is an 11. Does a 17 hit?
17 is my AC, so yes, that does hit.
Okay, so you take a further 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay. I am on 1 hit point, but it's fine. Can my little lion friend make a DC saving throw?
Okay. That is a dexterity or constitution.
Dex.
What's the DC?
13.
That is a natural 2. It fails.
Okay, so 2d8, please and thank you.
Go ahead and roll damage.
11.
Again. This thing's looking none too happy. For the first time, you see this lion looks a bit dizzy. Like, it's looking pretty rough.
Eslin is barely standing and just sort of like holding on to the rock next to her.
All right. At the end of that, Tifafix, it is your turn.
Alrighty. Well then, right. So what I'm going to do, second verse, same as the first. I'm gonna attempt to smack the big boy. And we'll see if it works.
Smacking the big boy or smacking his big boy?
I mean,
All right, go ahead and make.
See if we can even smack in the first place.
Make an attack roll. With why'd you roll with advantage?
That's disadvantage, sir.
Oh yes. Wait. 8. Yes, 18 hits. My apologies.
Yeah. So, let's see. Plus. Wait, nope. This isn't a strength weapon.
Did you roll with
So,
disadvantage because of the fright?
yes. I
Because it
haven't had.
was the end of its turn that just happened, so that would have gone away.
Oh, okay. Well then,
The
it's
first
still an
roll was in.
18.
Yeah. Just for future reference, the ability said at the end of its next turn.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought it was the end of our next turns. If it affected them.
Let me the lion. No, it's at the end of the lion's next turn.
Good to know.
Okay, so Tififix, go ahead and roll damage.
All right. Um, this isn't the strength weapon, so I don't get that bonus. I don't believe. Alright, 6 total damage.
The whip, right?
Nope. It's the hand axe.
All right, you seeing this thing's looking really rough. It staggers for a moment. It's looking really woozy. It's losing a lot of blood. Anything
Alright.
else?
If I move, it's bad news. Actually, yeah, I'll take out my other hand axe and I'll swing with that one as well. I don't get the.
Make an attack roll. You can use a hand axe as a strength weapon. It's not exclusively finesse.
It's it's a light weapon.
You can't use strength with light weapons?
I don't think so.
Let's have a look. Game rules, equipment, light weapons.
I think yes, it is. You can add the strength bonus to damage rolls and half your strength bonus if it's in the offhand. I think.
Well, I'm correct then.
Weapons, here we go.
Well, then that'd be a +2, so it'd be 8 damage. But nonetheless, uh,
Alright, so go ahead and make your second attack roll.
I'm trying. Yeah, I don't think this one's gonna hit. 13.
13 does not hit, I'm afraid. Its hide is just too thick. It scrapes off like trying to attack tired, like boiled leather.
All right. That is my turn.
Alright. At the end of that, the lion is going to once again use both its legendary actions to roar! I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
14.
14 succeeds.
Are we doing wisdom?
Yes.
Also 14.
14 succeeds.
18
DC
again.
DC 12, I'll just say.
Roll a 13
Once
and plus
again,
5 for
all
18.
failed. Keeping on brand.
See?
15, Calliope? Yes, 15 succeeds. Alright, so I believe only... Amalia, I need you to also make a wisdom saving throw. Everybody within range of the line.
Oh, 17.
Yes, that succeeds. So only Tififix is frightened of this line until the end of its next turn.
Oh wait, what exactly is the range again?
60 feet.
Oh, so everyone.
Yeah. Okay, so Amalia, it is your turn. You've got a line in front of you and a line behind you.
Okay, so you know the one in front of me?
Yeah?
Is it still like right in my face?
Not exactly right in your face. It's about 5 feet away from you.
Can I charge at it with my battle axe?
You
Like,
can
right-
do so. The line behind you will take an attack of opportunity.
Shit.
Do you choose to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Line behind you. I don't think that hits. See, you can always. This is why I put higher rating shit against you guys. You can always rely on my rolls to save your asses. I don't believe a 13 hits.
No.
So its claws just rake across your chainmail as you move forward 5 feet. Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
12.
12 misses, I'm afraid. Once again, your axe just like you feel like you're just shaving it more than you are actually carving into it. Its hide is just feels like rubber and iron at the same time somehow. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No, I'm alright.
Okay. Next up, this lion is going to make an attack against. Again, attempt to sort of rake its claws across Tifafix's back. It's going to make the attack with advantage. Natural 9. Natural 19, so does a 24 hit?
24 does hit. Why
All
does
right.
it get advantage?
Because it's got pack tactics.
Ah, motherfucker. Other damage do I take, sir?
You take 10 points of piercing damage as it bites into your leg and you feel your bones start to crunch slightly.
Half to 5, correct?
Yes, half to 5.
Alrighty.
That ends that lion's turn. Ganassi, it is your turn.
Fully Tafa Shane Toshito Ono. The Ganassi continues to
Bless
chant
you.
as he challenges. He channels lightning into the creature, which takes
yes.
another automatic d12 of damage. Takes another 3 points of lightning damage. I'm going to hold my position sufficiently far away.
This lion is now looking really rough at this point. Its hide is burnt, it's bleeding out, it's like getting woozy and falling asleep. It's looking really rough.
And that is all I'm going to do.
Calliope, it is your turn. Teddy, I can't hear you.
How about now?
Yes, now.
Okay, was he attacking the big boy?
The Ganassi, yes. The big
Yes, the
lion was-
Ganassi's been constantly just channeling lightning into it for the only for about last 10 seconds or so.
Okay, right, following the guidelines, can I cast, cantrip as my action and a first level spell as my bonus action?
Correct, you can do that.
Esben, you're looking pretty rough, right?
Yes.
I am
she's
looking very, very rough, yeah.
Yeah, she's got like her clavicle is open at this point, and she's just.
Oh, baby.
I'm just like bleeding everywhere. I'm looking about as good as that horse right there.
Boy, right, so I'm gonna cast Healing Word as a bonus action
Okay.
on Esben, and that's a 1d4 plus spellcasting ability. That is a 3 plus 2? Oh, that's my proficiency bonus.
Let's have a look.
That sounds about right for a level 2.
Healing word
Wait, no.
is 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So for you, that would be. Oh crap! I went too far backwards. What's your charisma modifier?
Oh, charisma. Plus 4.
Yeah. So it's 1d4 plus 4.
Oh, fair.
Okay, so you get 7 points of healing.
Nice.
And
Thank
then
you.
it's alright. Right, then as my action, I'd like to cast Thunderclap. So 100 feet. Saving throw, or they take a 1d6.
Constitution, yeah? Okay, I will roll for all 3 lions. That's a 16 on the lion. On the big one. Oh, sorry, no, Constitution. Let me read what this guy's Constitution is. Yeah, so that's a 17 for the big lion. A natural 1, so double the damage on one of the other lions. And a oh, I did that. Yeah. So the big lion definitely succeeds. The other 2 definitely fail. So 14. One of them. So a 17, a natural 1, and a 14.
14 is my
DC, so it succeeds. So roll damage and double it.
6.
You rolled a 6, so it takes 12 points of thunder damage.
Oh,
Yeah, because it rolled a natural 1.
okay.
This lion gets like almost knocked on its ass. It's definitely a bit more afraid now as this cacophony rings out. I think you can't choose who hears it, though, right? Everyone has to make the saving throw.
Is this Thunderclap?
Yeah, everyone has to make it.
Yeah, it's the same thing that I cast at the start. So yeah, we do all have to make the same.
Everybody
roll.
make everybody
That's
make
all
a
right.
constitution.
I did the same thing to everyone.
So you healed Eslin, and then you took those points back immediately.
No, I succeeded, fortunately.
Okay, good.
What's the DC?
I didn't.
14.
Woo! I succeed.
What kind of saving throw is it again?
Con.
Constitution.
Con. That is a 17 for me.
I unfortunately got a, I believe, 9.
All right.
No.
So it's no damage if they succeed, I believe.
Correct.
And on 9 fails, unfortunately, Phoebe, so you will take 6 points of thunder damage.
Phoebe will remember this.
All right, Calliope, anything else?
That's it. Cute.
All right, Phoebe, you're up.
Sorry about that. I accidentally reduced my AC instead of my HP. So she is going to once again begin to speak as she states, and through your guidance, I ascend, as her orangish ginger fur begins to darken and the spectral appearance of stars appears across her as she takes on the starry form of the archer.
All right, and you watch as Phoebe's she where Phoebe once stood is now a silhouette in a perfect shape of her. That is a black as the darkest night sky, with a blanket of stars across it. She seems to have become a silhouette of stars, with 2 very bright stars where her eyes should be. And you see it fades in and out, almost like a shroud, occasionally revealing her actual form, but she seems draped in a shroud of stars now. So what do you wish to do? Oh, so form of the archer. What does that do again?
As a bonus action, I can make a ranged spell attack to launch a magical arrow at a creature within 60 feet.
Perfect. You watch as she reaches her hand out, and 6 of the stars that form up her shroud shift to form a bow out of her hand. And as she pulls the string of this bow, an arrow of light materializes until she's standing almost like Nilea herself in an archer's position. Make an attack roll.
going to move 10 foot that way first so that I have full view of that one, but I will then make a arrow shot at that one, a ranged attack. Give me a moment. That
Oh!
Through the rocks. That's
Nice.
Robin Hood. That's Robin Hood style. That.
Nice.
How do you want to do this? It had 1 HP left.
Nice.
it seems that Nelia seemed to dislike this particular creature, as calling it a monstrosity. So she's going to fire off let's say a shot down right between the legs, just glancing across the chest, trying to split it open, but not outright kill it, just to allow it to collapse and bleed out.
All right. You watch as this perfect shot released from this visage, this avatar of Nilea. The stars all shine green for one moment as this green light arrow made out of light fires forth and goes under the arm, through the chest, and out the underside. It's sort of like a in through here and out through here. And just a fountain, like a of blood squirts out, and just immediately the lion gets tired, and almost as if it's going to sleep, settles down, and breathes its last breath. The lion is dead.
As Phoebe's going to shout to the others, Nelia has claimed this one. After them. And that is her turn.
All right, next up is this other lion, who's going to attempt to, again, make another attack roll. No longer with pack tactics, as the other lion isn't close enough. Just a straight roll against Amalia. Natural 19, so does a... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that lion. He's dead. Does a 24 hit, Amalia?
Yep.
Okay. You take... as it bites out at you. 12 points of piercing damage. As it bites and a squirt of blood emits from your thigh, where it manages to sink its teeth into and tear a chunk of flesh out. But that's its turn. Eslin, it is your turn.
Okay, so can I squeeze through these rocks?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
I'll
gonna.
say it'll cost you 5 feet of movement to do so.
Okay. Yeah, easy.
Yeah, it's not a
alrighty.
terribly narrow gap. Just a bit of a
Okay.
shimmy.
Could clamber over the creature.
Oh, yeah,
just,
that's true.
Jump.
Roll a dex save to not trip over the lion. Because, like, you're having to sort of maneuver in and out. It's a low DC, but just...
Dex save, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine. 17.
Yeah, you're fine. The DC was 5.
Okay, okay, wonderful.
I just like sometimes making people roll for failure.
Alrighty. Are you looking terribly hurt? Oh, Violet. I don't know the character name.
Amalia.
Amalia.
Not that hurt, but obviously he did kind of bite me, so I'm kind of wounded.
Okay. I will reach up and touch you gently on the shoulder and cast Cure Wounds. Oh, that's good. So you heal for 10.
Oh, thank you.
And yeah, I will. Oh, how far can I get? That took 5. So how long are my legs? Oh, okay. I will move the rest of my movement to get in up behind this lion here, and that'll be the end of my turn. Thank you.
Okie dokie. Next up, Tifa. The lion's dead, so you're no longer frightened of it.
Alrighty. Well, I will just step forward and turn my attention to this little bugger right here and swing, better swing.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Alright, that's a with my main hand. That's off. And there's no +2 bonus. 16 to hit.
16 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright, so that's 1d6 plus 4. 7 points of damage.
All right. Again, you slash across its clavicle. A spurt of blood comes out. This lion's looking none too happy either.
Alright, and then off my offhand, I'm swinging my other hand axe. 14 hit.
14 does hit.
Okay, so there's a d6 plus 2. For another 4 points of damage.
Sure enough, boom, boom, swing after swing. You are whittling this thing down. It is bloody, definitely, at this point.
Woo! And that's my action movement bonus action, and that is all for me.
All right. Amalia, it is your turn.
Okay, so the line in front of me. I want to move to the side of it
Okay.
and kind of thrash it with my axe.
Make an attack.
Natural d20.
Nice. Go ahead and roll twice the number of dice. Oh, shit. So it's normally 1d12, roll 2d12s if you're using your great axe.
Okay.
By the way, you're using your battle axe, right? In 2 hands.
Yeah.
So 2d10 plus whatever you normally add, which is your strength. God damn, natural 20.
So 9 plus 4 is 13.
You just carve a length of its back down, and a river of blood pours out of this lionic creature. It gets woozy as well. This lion is looking very rough. Like brink of death rough. Anything else?
Can I swing again or no?
You use 2 hands, I'm afraid not.
Okay, then no, I'm good.
Okay. This lion is going to move into this position here. So it's within 5 feet of its ally, and use pack tactics against you, Eslin. The seen you move. You look vulnerable. Natural 20.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Okay.
It rakes a claw attack. You take 6. Oh, no, plus. You take 9 points of slashing damage.
I am unconscious.
Shit.
Looter, quick!
Oh, fuck me. All right, that's all the line can do. Ganassi, you're up.
1 second. Can he make a DC?
Yep.
My last one.
Con, right? 12? Does a 12 succeed?
What?
Eslin,
Yeah.
you okay?
Yeah. Can he do his last DC for Wrath of the
Yeah,
Storm?
12.
Yeah, fail. 2d8.
All right, go ahead and roll damage.
10.
a just massive font of electricity as your not dying breath because you're unconscious, but your sort of last conscious breath leaves you. You scream out and release arc upon arc of electricity. This thing is very near death as well.
Wonderful, thank you.
All right, Calliope, it's your turn.
Oh, hold on, sorry.
Oh, sorry,
Is
sorry, Ganassi, it's your turn. My bad.
That's all right,
Yeah,
no worries. With the larger creature down, I am going to attempt to, move my hands in a almost probably the best way to describe it is the Chinese martial arts style of Jinju, cloud hands, and I will manipulate the lightning that was shooting out from my hands into a makeshift rod, which I coil into a rope as I step forward 5, 10, 15,
I see what you're doing. Clever.
20, yep, and 25, and I'm going to cast, I'll just make sure I'm within range. Yes, I'm casting Lightning Lure.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll or saving throw.
No, it's a saving throw, I believe.
Okay.
I believe.
Yes, I think
that is a 14 plus 1 con. Sorry, what is the saving throw?
The save DC's 13, so it passes.
Okay.
So I kind of I try and reach forward to try and catch and I miss with the lasso.
The lion is quite frightened at this point, tail tucked a little bit, and it just manages to duck under.
Quick, get the Seaborn up.
Anything else, Ganassi?
I've got another 5 feet of movement, so I'm actually going to take. No, I'm going to remain here because I'm within a good spot to catch any that try and make a run for it. So I'll stay where I am.
Very well. Calliope, it is your turn.
Okay. 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 I've never done this before. So.
Dear
Can
Penthouse.
Okay. I just sing out, Eslin, please don't die in my arms tonight. Must have been a powerful bite. I'm sorry.
Do not apologize. That was wonderful.
That was perfect.
I say commit.
So
Always commit to the puns.
Commit
100%.
with a C. That's COMMI. Tay.
You have 1d6 on your death saving roll.
I think Teddy just got play of the game.
So your bardic inspirationing. You don't have. Just out of curiosity, do you not have a healing word or something?
I do. Can I use it again?
It's your fresh turn. How many spell slots do you have at level 2?
because it uses a spell slot. So
I can use the same one again.
Yeah, as long as you have the spell slot. How many spell slots do you
Never
have?
mind. I'll do that.
Bards always have access to all the spells they know. They're limited to how many spell slots they have available.
I see. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's
Sorry.
unlike wizards, which have no worries. That's genuine. Yeah, so you have 2 more times you could cast Healing Word or any other of your spells.
Right
Though
then.
to be honest, I still preferred the song. So.
Oh no, Healing Word is a healing word, so you could absolutely sing that to get her back up.
Well, I sing and I cast healing word, which
Okay.
is.
Question as well, so not a big deal right now, but did you take the new spells you get when you level up, or does a bard at level 2 gain spells?
I did, yeah.
I do get spells, yes.
Cool, and you took the new spells?
Yes.
Cool, just making sure, because someone forgot to roll their health, so I'm just double checking everything.
Well, I'm not used to rolling health, so you know.
I know, I just would hate for someone to go into a fight like this without all of their equipment and abilities.
What is that? That is a 3 plus, what was it? Plus 4?
Plus 4, yeah.
Thank
Then-
you.
All right, Eslin
That's
is stable and conscious at 7
Woo!
hit points.
Okay, so that's a bonus action. I would like to attack it with my short bow.
Yes, you can do so.
Cool. That is a 9 plus 2, 11. Probably not.
11 just misses. Again, it's a nimble feline creature. It's just able to avoid as the arrow just lands on the ground. Arrow's pretty intact, though. It landed on grass, so you can probably get that back.
Okay.
All right.
I think that's me.
Phoebe, you still stand there as like this avatar of Nilea. What do you wish to do?
Phoebe's going to move forward, as she's going to not draw back the bow, but she's going to stretch one of her hands out, palm towards the southern lion, and she's going to shout out loud, "This hunt has been guided," as she's going to launch another guiding bolt at that lower lion.
Fuck. Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
It's a roll to hit first. That is a 16 to hit.
16 definitely hits. The minimum amount of damage you could do is 4, right? Yes. So, because it's 4d6. So, how do you want to do this? Wait, which line are you hitting?
The southernmost one.
Okay, that's at 1 HP. So, how do you want to do this?
Just shot straight to the head.
All of you are sprayed by a fine mist of gore as this lion's head gets turned to soup and just scattered by the enormous, gigantic magical bolt.
As she's then going to be drawing back the bow. And she's
That's a bonus action?
The bow is a bonus action.
Shit.
And she's going to be firing off a shot at the one that's remaining with the bow.
Go ahead and make an attack.
16.
15 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
You gearing up for a triple kill here?
11 points of radiant damage.
How do you want to do this?
Another one straight to the head. As she's going to lean on the bow, and as a free action, this fight ended as it begun, with a lion in the sand. Because puns.
Damn.
Bruh. All right, and on that note, combat is over.
It's a pretty good triple kill you got there.
Yeah. Just as a heads up, the kind of image you see at the moment of Phoebe is like this, except it's her silhouette and the stars are green and she's holding a bow. But it's that sort of like image of.
Nice.
But yes, all the lions are dead.
She's going to drop down to the ground after the combat ends, as she's going to cover her ears, shifting back to her human form as the stars fade off.
Okay. Once more, the red-headed woman stands. Oh, the red-headed girl, sorry, stands where you guys are.
Could you guys stop it with that loud magic? It hurts.
It clearly did something beneficial.
Yeah, it gave me a headache.
Eslyn's gonna go looking for Evius.
Make a perception. Actually, okay, so without actually not even gonna make you roll, you search around for a good 5 minutes or so before
Well, I know there's the cave that we might want to check out over here.
Oh yeah, so do you guys choose to check out that cave?
Well, the Ganassi's going to have a look inside the wagon and see if there's anything of use that's remained from the wagon.
There's a broken bow and just scattered arrows, as well as a pitchfork.
How heavy is the wagon in total, would you say?
Call it 100 pounds.
Cool.
Flip it.
About a minute passes before you hear it above everybody else, Phoebe, because of your perception, but a very muffled hello? Hello?
Is it coming from the corpse of the horse?
It is coming from the corpse of the horse.
Phoebe's
What?
Phoebe's
like a
going
metal
to cure wounds on herself as she starts to head over that way.
Is it safe to come out?
I got a natural 20.
No.
Was that not good enough
Wait,
to
wait,
see
when?
him under the horse? When I was looking for him in this area?
Didn't see you roll. I apologize. You do not see him under the horse, but that split on on his belly. You watch as it starts to move slightly, as like an arm kind of tentatively reaches out from inside the horse's belly,
Phoebe's going to
and
reach
that.
down.
Are you
Oops, sorry.
kidding me?
I thought
Phoebe's
they
gonna
smelled
help
bad
him
on the
out.
outside.
Damn it! I was gonna say the line. Fuck you.
Anyway,
On the outside.
Okay, that's revolting.
Phoebe's going to reach down and try to help pull him out, though.
Disgusting.
Okay, with a disgusting sly squelch, like a.
Ew.
Yeah, pretty much. This covered red head to toe, little skinny, older Theron man in a blood-soaked toga clambers out and says, "When they slaughtered my horse, I hid in the only place I could. I was afraid when they started eating it, I'd be a goner, but you came in time."
You're very wise.
I am afraid your horse did not make it, but
I-
your cattle were still around.
I must commend you.
That's
you
a relief, and I kind of figured about the horse, seeing as I was using its heart as a pillow.
I must commend you on your abilities to survive. Most I have met wouldn't be able to pull through this.
Well, as the old saying goes, get busy crawling into intestines or get busy dying. Or something like that.
This really is a strange land of phrases and mysteries and life lessons.
I do have a question. Have you ever tried lion soup?
I must confess I have not.
We have a use for the meat. You could, if you want my help, we can harvest the pellets and you can sell them for funds to replace the cattle that they ate.
I may have a plan for this as well to get it across. Red, what's the weight of the larger creature, would you say?
The lion,
Yes.
300 pounds.
That is fine. I'm going to sit down next to it for some time and start chanting floating disc as a ritual.
Oh, nice.
Provided that I'm given the time to do so. And after a while of chanting again in a language unknown to most, a huge sphere that appears and then sort of like turns on its side to reveal itself just to be like a horizontal disc, 20 feet in diameter. The sides of it written in very peculiar ritual like symbols from some old forgotten language, and it appears underneath the dead creature and then lifts it up as it can hold up to 500 pounds.
Ah, perfect. And then he points to you, to the satyr and the lion. You two, you look strong. Help me with the cart, please. And he's already moving over to go and shift it. Do you guys help him?
Yes.
Oh, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cart doesn't actually weigh too much. It's a very basic wooden rickety frame. Flips it over easy enough. Right. Now, we're just going to have to ferry it back, but it's not terribly heavy. And he starts getting in position and he grabs the two things and starts tugging at it.
What? That's like this is a job for me.
I didn't want to ask because it felt kind of racist, but thank you.
No, not. I got it all the time. It's fine.
That's not a good thing. You should learn to love yourself more. And he pats you on the shoulder.
Do?
Well, that's good, but know that you shouldn't have to tolerate that kind of rhetoric from anybody.
It's fun.
I must say, you're actually pretty good with the blade there. Indicating towards Loki's character.
Well, the blade's fun and all, but I really excel in the whip. Now, let's whip these guys into shape and get 'em moving.
Okay, I'll tell you what as well while we're at it. Sorry, wrong thing. Token layer, I will objects and tokens just give Moss the ability to control the lion. Well, actually, no, the map is no longer needed at this point. You guys, easy enough. So you guys are leaving the area?
Maybe have a
I
quick look around and see if there's anything worth keeping.
got the lion. I'm content. I haven't got the lion, but I currently have the lion, but I'm not running
Cool.
off with it.
If you guys are all searching together, I'll say one of you make an investigation check with advantage.
I would say the Ganassi probably will, because it's quite a large. Actually, no, it follows me, so yeah, I'll assist as well.
Got +4. Do you want me to roll?
Yes.
+4 investigation? Nice. Okay, go ahead and roll an
Yeah, I'm only
investigation check with
+3 for that.
advantage, Calliope.
With advantage, I'll take that 16, so that's a 20.
Nice.
Eee.
You managed to find a coin purse with about 70 silver pieces and 26 copper pieces in it. And you find an herbalism kit.
While they
Okay.
are investigating, Phoebe's going to kneel over the bodies of the two smaller lions and give a small, more or less post-mortem commemoration.
Oh, right, that reminds me. So, you gain 1 piety, for that, Phoebe. I'm just looking at everybody else's gods. Phoebe does. Let's look at Erebos. I need to have a list of these guys' ideals, just on a standby. You know what? I'll say everybody gains 1 point of piety for that.
Could you explain to the new to Theros the piety?
I believe I ran through it to everybody with the session zeros how it worked.
Do you care to explain to those watching?
Oh yes, of course. Sorry. Piety, for those of you watching, is a new mechanic by which characters can gain additional powers based on how well they choose to serve their god. Things like if you've worshipped the god of death, you can help with funeral arrangements or help a family overcome a great loss. Or what happened in Phoebe's case is, as she worships Nelia, the nature goddess of the hunt, she slayed an abnormal monstrosity. So something that is an unnatural beast is what allowed her to gain the piety. And rather than just because we're at sort of early stages, I decided, a monstrosity like this, no god wants it around, so everybody gains a point of piety. Which I believe for most of you means some basic form of unlocked abilities.
I am now at 3 piety.
Nice. I believe Eslin is at 5.
I don't.
Yeah, girl.
Does Roll20 have?
She
does
took the
D&D Beyond
pious
store
supernatural
piety?
gift. Sorry, say that again?
Does D&D Beyond store piety? Because I can't find it.
It does not.
No.
You'd have to do it of your own accord.
I just picked the organizations, like under notes, and then I'm keeping track of my piety manually there. So I just did piety points, and I currently have +3. Sorry.
All right. So, oh right. I forgot to mention, Morse, as you took the Iconoclast supernatural gift, so you are unable to gain piety, but you gain flat abilities at different character levels. If you
Cool.
recall.
That's what I thought. It was something like that. I don't know
Yeah.
where. Yeah. I'll find this. That's all
Piety
good.
does not. Piety does not apply to you. If I say everybody gets piety, just assume that doesn't mean you.
No, that's fine. Cool. Thank you.
All right. So, you guys ferry back the cart, this lion cadaver, and the little bit scratched up and very frightened and traumatized, but nonetheless alive, Evios. And
Did
soon
you-
enough, you come back to the house, where, true to form, no one is answering. Sorry, yes, Phoebe?
I was just gonna ask, does the individual in question look at all like freshly wounded, or
Bit of a surface rake across his shoulder, but other than that, he seems relatively fine. It's hard to tell because there's just so much blood that he's covered in, but you only see 3 scratches on his arm.
Okay. I'm trying to judge on whether I want to attempt to heal him, or if I would like. I'll ask him if the scratch on his shoulder is causing any discomfort.
Oh, thank you, I'm fine. I honestly, all things considered, I got very lucky.
You're. Hopefully, the wound doesn't get infected with horse blood in it.
Not to worry, I haven't lived this long without knowing how to treat an infection. And sure enough, as you guys pull up to the house, he calls out, Elizabeth! Panacea! And without even obeying you, I'm afraid, Loki, the door opens, and Elizabeth sees her father soaked in blood, but alive and smiling, and both the mother and the daughter run up and clutch. They're like, they like burst into tears of joy as they put him in a vice-like hug.
It was Eslin, not Loki.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Eslin, disobeying your instructions. But yeah, they burst into tears, every one of them, as they clutch each other incredibly tightly. One big happy family.
Eslin is visibly moved by what's going on here, and
He turns. Oh, sorry. Go
turns
ahead.
away.
Evios turns to the rest of you guys and says, "You've given me my life back. There is no reward big enough for that, but I do have something I can offer." He goes inside the house for a moment. He comes out with a small satchel. You open it up. He opens it up and he counts out 10 gold coins. I keep this drachmi for a rainy day, but I guess this is basically the same thing. It's yours.
I wouldn't feel right collecting on the death of a creature that was just obeying nature. I'm not going to take the reward. I do not speak for the others, though.
I will reach forward and hold out my hand.
Okay. You guys now are in the possession of 10 gold.
Cool.
Does anybody else take the gold, or is it all going to the Ganassi?
Well, I don't feel comfortable taking the gold from him, so I'm just gonna have to say no.
It is
Okay.
probably going into my pouch unless anyone wants to say anything at this point.
Oh.
Okay, cool. And I bow my head in a almost ritualistic way as I take the coin from the gentleman.
I'm just gonna come up behind him and nudge him in the ribs, and I'll be like, "She gave half of that back. He did say it was his rainy day fund."
You are getting the body of this particular abomination. That should be pay enough.
Ah, this is true. Very well. A gift. And I count out 5 gold pieces and return them to the gentleman.
He
Gift from
smiles
his
and
own
says,
money.
he smiles at and says to you, Ganassi, "You're a bit of an asshole, but your heart's in the right place." And he pats you on the shoulder. "Tell you what, here's something I can do for you." And he says, "Panacea, fetch me my flensing knife." As the wife just, instinctually she's just so glad to get him back that she just does it without question. Goes to get it. He says, "Before I settled down in the farmer's life, I wasn't too bad a hunter." And as she hands him the knife, he will go over to the lion carcass and, with borderline surgical precision, over the course of 10 minutes, strips a almost flawless, with one clean cut across the belly, hide of the skin of the entire lion off of the lion.
Yeah.
You'll need to go to a tanner, but it's in mint condition.
I may have done a little collateral damage with that arrow.
That's okay. Nothing a couple needles and thread won't fix. I should know. Yeah, add 1 fleece mane lion hide to your inventory, whoever chooses to take. He will hand it to Eslin, actually.
That does put a question in mind. Is Eslin currently bloodied?
Yeah.
Yes.
Going to just slightly nudge her shoulder, nudge her shoulder and cure wounds.
He says, Evio says, "Right, I've never roasted a lion before, but who's up for a dinner?"
Eslin heal 11 HP.
Actually, no, what time is it? Who's up for a late lunch?
What time is it around?
I'd say 2 p.m.
Okay, cool.
How much is the fleece mane worth, just for future reference?
You don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, he does offer you guys a late lunch of roast lion.
I've never tried it before, but I'd like
Neither
to
have
try
I. But today's a day for trying new things. He said, still soaked head to toe in horse blood.
Nice.
Phoebe will definitely be more than ready to eat, though she will also druidcraft real quick to perceive the weather.
Appears like it's going to be a sunny day. As he watches you do that, he's like, "Shot in the dark, you can't use your powers to make rosemary, can you?"
Unfortunately, I haven't attempted it, though I could scrounge around, see if I can find any wild rosemary plants while you're
Why
cooking.
not? Impromptu party. I just happy to be alive. Panacea, break out the good wine. And for the purposes... Oh, sorry, yes?
I was just going to ask if I could very quickly kind of scrounge around, see if I can find any rosemary bushes or...
Yeah, for the purposes of brevity, I'll say you do find rosemary, a bit of sage, and a few different wild berries that he's able to turn into like this sweet and savory rub that he puts all over the roast lion. Over the course of about an hour and a very hot fire, probably aided by some magical cantrips on behalf of the casters as well, a delicious roast fleece mane lion is had, as well as some slightly better wine than what was had in the tavern. And you all collectively just feast heartily. There's just so much meat to go around. It's like a Greek birthday party.
One
And you
problem
guys.
though.
Mm?
I'm a lion, so I wouldn't eat my own kind.
Oh,
I mean,
I'll have a
Could I-
goat slaughtered just for you.
it's not
Thank you.
bad.
But yeah, okay, fine. There's goat for the Leonin, lion for everybody else. You guys all sit there after about a couple hours go by in total of just eating the shit out of this lion, and you're all sitting there with like these little food bellies and like all burping. But overall,
I'm not doing that. I'm a lady.
of course. But yeah, a thoroughly good lunch is had by all. A satisfying way to conclude such a grueling fight. And that's where we'll conclude the first session of the Mythic Odysseys of Theros.
Woo! We did it, guys!
Not
level
bad.
what? Level 2. Level 2.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
everybody levels up to level 3.
Oh, level 3. Level
Yay!
3.